welcome back. In today's Impact Give Back, sponsored by MoreSpot, we are learning more about the services offered at Bridge House. Grace House, the organization, is a 24-hour, 7 days a week residential treatment facility providing substance use disorder treatment regardless of someone's ability to pay. Kevin Gardier is the CEO, and he joins me now. Kevin, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Come on, 2025 is going to be a big year, and I really appreciate what you all do for the community. You know, we work with you all a lot. But before we talk about recovery, right, I feel like it's so important that people identify the signs if they have a problem. What would you say to family members or maybe people themselves who are watching this right now to kind of figure out what the problem is and some of those different symptoms?
Yeah, so, you know, you want to look for serious mood swings, lack of sleep or sleep patterns very much interrupted, you know, agitation real quickly, and then someone like experienced some consequences from getting drunk one night,
Right.
and then continuing to have those consequences, and it really doesn't affect the individual as much.
It's so true. And of course, excessive use, that's obviously a big indicator as well. And what's great about Bridge House, Grace House is that you all help women, that's the Grace House, and Bridge House is for the men. You all have helped so many different people, and you really have 4 goals when someone comes for treatment. What are those 4 goals?
Yeah, so we treat over 700 people a year.
Amazing.
Yes. So the 4 goals for everybody who walks through our doors, we want them, when they complete the program, to be clean and sober, obviously, to have a place, a safe place to stay, which a lot of times is different from where they were staying before. We want them to have a job. And then 4th, we want them to have a network of people in recovery outside of our walls.
It's
you know,
so true.
New Orleans has a strong recovering community, and we really want our residents to get involved while they are at Bridge House, and definitely once they leave.
And you know, I've been to both facilities several times talking about all the different things that you all do. One thing that I love about Bridge House, Grace House is that when someone graduates, that community, like you just mentioned, is still very much there. You all do events like Soberfest, you all do group meetups, because listen, recovery does not stop after someone graduates from the program. They had a record enrollment and a record graduation in 2023 and 2024, over 120 people this last year, 2024. That is amazing. But I gotta ask you, like, what are like the typical people that come to Bridge House, Grace House? Are they younger folks, older folks?
So the demographics have changed a little from like, I went through the program in 2001, and like crack cocaine was the drug of choice, and the average age was probably like the mid-40s. But you know, addiction is an equal opportunity destroyer. It doesn't matter, you know, where you went to high school, where you grew up,
Who your parents are,
how powerful your family is. But now it's a little bit younger. You know, opiates have been the drug of choice for the last probably 10 years now, the main drug of choice, and that still holds true with us. We have seen that methamphetamines or amphetamines as a whole has really picked up. So the drug of choice has changed. The population has gotten a little bit younger, but you know, the treatment is the same, and we really take people in. You know, there are certain things, certain medications you can give for detox early on, you know, especially for alcohol, and then, you know, for opiates also. But that, you know, medical detox usually takes about 7 days.
And that's what I appreciate about you all is that, yes, you all give them the drugs that they need to, of course, stop the addiction and all that, but you all are long-term, which is so important, right? They live there. And moreover, one thing I love about you all that I've highlighted as well, you all's vocational rehabilitation. You all have a thrift store. You all have a car lot. Like, talk to me a little bit more about why you all utilize that vocational, meaning giving these people jobs while they're in recovery to help them on their recovery journey.
Sure. So part of our treatment, you know, there's a lot of facilities that will offer 28-day treatment for those in need. But after that, it's like There you go. You know, go to Bridge House. They'll still take you. So we're long term. We ask people to make a commitment to stay with us for up to 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So those people who are completing are finishing in about 5.5 months. So they're with us for a while. So after that medical detox and that 28-day, which we call stabilization, they enter our primary phase of treatment. And once you're in your primary phase, you're assigned a job within our organization. It could be at the thrift store, it could be at a car lot, kitchen, maintenance, intake, you name it. You go to laundry. So it's the people who come to us, you know, have usually been through about 3 or 4 treatment episodes, so they know what to do. But they just haven't done it.
And that's what I love about you all. You all give people the opportunity to learn and to recover.
To recover, and you know, to recover, not only it's easy to recover when you're in a 12-step meeting. But what does that individual look like when they leave that meeting? You know, it's easy to be religious when you're in church. What does that individual look like when they leave church? What do they look like in a parking lot when somebody pulls out in front of them? So we really judge people on their actions. And, you know, putting them, even if the thrift store and car lot were not revenue streams or just broke even, we would still have them because it provides, you know, we want people to experience, you know, a stressful or the daily stresses of a work environment while still being in a safe place. And how do you handle those stressors, you know, and how do you stay sober, and how do you get through when your boss chews you out, when your peer's not doing nearly as much as you, or how are you going to handle those situations?
But see, that's what's so great about Bridge House, Grace House. You all help them out with that. And look, 60% of their operating budget comes from the thrift store and the car lot. So if you want to help them out, go and support those different organizations. Kevin, thank you so much for being here. If you all want more information about the programs they offer at Bridge House, Grace House, if they're intaking people right now and all the programs, log on to bridgehouse.org. We'll be right back.